Hello there, people of the world. Time for another. Alright, so let's talk about academic indoctrination that goes around in college campuses. There are certain disciplines that are entirely based on indoctrination and Marxist dogma. Disciplines like sociology, even to some extent political science, is just absolutely based on brainwashing children. Let's take a look at this article. This is not that recent. This came out, I think, some time ago. This is about Ryerson University, where a professor tells a student that she should only cite feminist sources. The cause of this argument? The student wanted to write a report about the myth of the gender wage gap, and she was citing business sources. And apparently those are not good statistics because those are made by the patriarchy for the patriarchy. This is the logic of an academic, by the way. So the professor said she should only be citing feminist sources. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means BuzzFeed. I don't know. Now, this is not a jab at Ryerson University or Canadian institutes in general. This is something that happens all over the Western Hemisphere. I study economics. A lot of my professors are liberal. But that's okay. They don't necessarily bring their politics into the classrooms. But other departments like political science and sociology, professors in those departments consider my liberal professors to be right-wing nut jobs, because they try to explain the world through rationality, because they don't see everything through the lens of racism. And this is a huge problem. I come from a country where there is massive religious indoctrination. I come from a Muslim majority country, and a large part of our education system, at least before high school, is under a religious system, and the students go through years of indoctrination that they never recover from. It is scary for me to see that American universities, Western universities, Canadian universities are doing that to their students. These universities, a lot of them public universities, are taking taxpayers' money to create a Marxist brigade of brainwashed kids. This is terrible. This is insane. And much like every other issue, I think this is something that taxpayers need to take notice of. Understand that these universities, if they're public universities, are partly being financed by taxpayers. And whatever your politics is, even if you are left, even if you're right, academia being spoiled by political dogma is unacceptable. It's wrong in so many different ways, and nobody wins from this. Nobody wins from this. Our society, at least the Western society, is moving hysterically to the left. And anyone who's, a classical liberal, who's a centrist, who's moderately left, are being left behind. We're now moving in a time, we're now going towards a time where people who are classical liberal, people who are centrists, are being labeled as right-wing nut jobs. So it's only a matter of time before even things that are considered okay today, for example, debating about the gender gap. The gender gap is something that should be debated about because it is far from being an established fact. Very far from it. But the liberals push it in a certain way. We're in a society where we can at least debate about this. Liberals are not necessarily open to debate, but we can at least debate about this. But society is moving to a state where even talking about these things will become taboo in the future. And academic dogma has so much to deal with this. Now, going back to the article in Ryerson University, there are students who are actually majoring in disciplines like these. And I don't know what they get out of this. These students are taking student loans, putting themselves in debts, spending, in some cases, their parents' hard-earned savings. I don't know what they're getting out of this, guys. This is just absolutely insane. It blows my mind. Let me know what you guys think. Am I overreacting, or has academia gone crazy? Leave it in the comments below. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.